All right, we're going to look at a filter that how you can check your thimble filter under the camshaft. You don't have to take anything off but the oil pressure sensor right here. On my other video, my last video of the KTM 890, I had, this is terrible lighting here. Anyway, I had showed how to remove the oil pressure sensor, and it's on the right hand side, like about right where your thigh would be, I guess, of your leg, or your inside of your right thigh, just back behind the the fuel tank cell. So, and if you want to look at all my videos, you'll see where I had taken out the the oil pressure sensor right here, and you'll notice, see, here's the thimble filter that's in them. That's the ones that are in them after 2021 or something like that. Well, I forgot what year they started putting them in. You can actually see it. You can actually see the bottom of it. See the bottom of the screen inside there? You can see the black part of it. In that hole right there. Yeah, and you'll be able to see it. Actually, you can really take a look at it now. See how the light's coming through that screen down in the hole? Now, if you look through there, when you take out your oil pressure sensor, if it's dirty, it'll be all clogged up right there. And if you take if it's really clogged up, maybe you probably need to take inspect your cams and stuff like that, but your lobes and all that. But I don't think that's a lot to clog up. That's a lot of, if you've got that much contaminating, clogging that up, then you got some problems somewhere. You know, like I said in one of my other videos, you got sand in your oil or something. I don't know if that much is clogging it up. Something's coming apart in your motor. But I don't think it's got that kind of a problem. You might get a little something in there every now and then. Now, if there is anything that can cause problems from this filter up to the cam lobes, it would be pretty minuscule. I don't know. It'd have to be a bad, when, maybe a shaving between the camshaft bridge, which is bolted right here. It goes across the cam, both cams, and across here. But anyway, I thought I would just load this up for people to realize look in there. That's where you inspect it. Somebody said it would cost them like 200 euros for their dealer to check it out. I don't know. You can check it out yourself. You can see, just to, make sure you like and subscribe to all my videos, and you'll see a notification come up on the 890s and 790s camshaft updates and stuff like that. So if you want to keep updated, I advise you to subscribe to my channel. We're going to make this problem go away, people. And it looks better if I had the light on. Anyway, so let me lay this right here like this. So what I want to do is, that's the oil I use too. Anyway, so here's the thimble filter right there. I had it out in my other video. It's pretty decent size. It goes right up in here. You'll see the top of it. It goes down in like that. And then you can see the bottom of this part of it. You see this much of it. So, if you see and there's nothing around there, oil is still getting in. Now, it's clogged up from here up into the aluminum part, from here up, then you might not be able to see it. But what you can actually do, you can get these tools. You can get these at Walmart, for crying out loud. Anyway, and you can look up in here and be careful and just kind of move it around a little bit. This is really angled the wrong way because I bent it. You get something a little bit better than this. You can actually probably get, how the end of the your dental, whatever you call them, the flosses that you get, those, you can get them in the plastic with the little pointed end. It goes in between your teeth. That's a little bit softer. You can get something and maybe, make the end not so pointy, and you can move it around up there. And you should be able to see any kind of shavings or anything like that. You could slide a magnet back in there, a little bitty pin magnet or something like that. And if it's that kind of metal, if it's a steel metal, that'll collect to it. If it's not, then it would be like aluminum's not going to stick to a magnet. So, if it's anything like that that's in there, let me set this like this so everybody can get a nice, there we are, nice picture of what we're looking at. So, no, to inspect it, you don't have to do anything but unscrew one sensor. Okay? You can do it yourself. That's all I did on mine. I think I had my seat off. I don't know. I don't know if you can have to take your seat off. Anyway, what's that? One key and your seat's off. Anyway, and you'll follow down. Just look at my videos, and you'll see. If you don't get bored to death, sorry, but I tend to ramble on about things. But I just this subject's been like a learn as we go along, and we're all learning on this 790, 890 camshaft issues that we're addressing. I don't think it's the 890 and 901 problems. If it is, it's probably because they don't have that filter in there, the thimble filter screen in there. So, if you don't see that filter in there, if you do not see it in there, get one. Here's the part number. Okay. And then, of course, after you get one, you have to take the valve cover off. You have to take your old tank off, valve cover off, or cam cover, whatever, and then your cam bridge has to come off, and it's right there. But when you adjust your, when you do a valve adjustment, if you got to take some of the shims and change them around, well, you got to take it off. I mean, if you want a really good inspection, you got to take it off anyway. And then they want you to, that's why they got this little indention right here. This may be one of the part numbers that they have for you to be able to. I've got it. I really hammered it down in there. Probably shouldn't have done that. But I was messing around with it, talking. As I was talking, I just kept pushing it. You do need to push it all down, or you could take something and lift it up through there at the bottom. I don't know. You could probably take something like that, lift it up. Now, I don't want to bust it because I may use this head. I don't know what I might do. But anyway, in no sense tearing it up. It's all good, And then I've checked this. You'll see, you'll see one of my other videos where I had taken the jet out. And, I got a bunch of jets right here, I ordered a whole set of jets. Screwed them in. And injected oil down through here, and they spray out just perfectly. So they really flood the area really good. The design is good. Nothing wrong with the design. What had happened, now it does happen at times, when they assemble these heads, the gasket, there's been at times, gasket material gets in here, so make sure you put them together. Don't get wild with silicone if you're doing, kind of any kind of major work, or, doing a valve job where you have to take the valves out. You got a lot of miles on one or something like that, or rebuilding the top end, whatever. But anyway, you want this area as clean as can be. Don't get nuts with a bunch of silicone. The gaskets don't need it. Just put on there what it requires. It just makes it. And main thing, it's got to be clean. And whatever additive or whatever KTM tells you to put on the gasket surface for good sealing, and just do that, and make sure it's on there clean. You assemble these things clean. Especially what's going to get past it? Nothing. It can't get past it. See the design of it? So this may be what the change is of the part number. I don't know. All the part numbers on the heads are all the same. Every single one of them from 2019 on. So 790s, 890s have the same part number head. Maybe they've done some difference for the valves or something like that. I don't know when they went to the 890s. But so far I've seen these heads from 790s and 890s and compared them, and they all have the same casting number. So. Yeah, there may be a little difference, like down here. They'll have this right here, part numberings and stuff like that. You'll always want to make sure this number is the same as this number. I believe this cam cover, a cam bridge, see the number on here? They'll see it's machined with this head. So that, maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe that's what, I don't know what the part, they changed the part number for what? The guys at KTM World said they couldn't see a difference, and they sell these things. So, and they're saying they report the 29, they're reporting the ones that don't have the filter with the bad cams, okay? And then they don't know, the mechanics that I've talked to didn't check or went and ordered another head, and they don't know if this was in there or not in there. And none of them can tell me, yes, it was in there, and those were stopped up. Nobody has told me it. I've researched and researched. I've texted. I've reached out. I've emailed. I've sent, messages. I've been on the Facebook, and I'm even subscribed to the Camshaft issue, 790, 890, Camshaft dilemma. And what people are showing me, what I have actually seen, and they were talking about they had in the background they had a 901 Norden, and you know what they started asking questions, and we started talking. Different ones started questioning and said, yeah, this was the problem that I had when they took my 2019 790 apart. What the hell do you have a Norden 901 that started in 2022? Why do you have it posted up there? I'm beginning to believe we're getting a lot of disinformation. It's exaggerated too far. It's just a bunch of, hate talk that shouldn't be. That's pretty much slander, and we know what, get technical about what, yeah. I don't want to get into Bible slinging, slinging. Somebody asked me one time, "You're not a Bible slinger, are you?" Yeah, especially when you're at a bar and you make a comment, and then I've read about that, and then I'll say, Well, anyway, yeah. So we know how bad it is to slander people. It's very dangerous, especially a company. You can put a good company out of business, especially if you have disinformation, false information. So, there we have it. I don't know why I do not have my, I can't get it to come on now. My light on my camera's not working anymore. So there you have it. Look in there, make sure it's there. And if there's no buildup of metal and stuff like that, you're probably good up until time to check your valve adjustments, and then you'll know when you look at this. But most likely, if that's good and clean and nothing's contaminated, and you could probably even actually, if you didn't mind, sucking up half the oil up through the motor, maybe putting a shop back and pulling through there, trying to pull up if there's anything debris around that filter, and taking something soft, maybe like a blunt end of a zip tie, small enough to wipe around it. Don't push it real hard; you'll poke a hole in there, and then your screen is useless. It's not gonna work anymore. It's not gonna work like it should. There it is. All right. So look in there. You'll see a filter like that, or you won't see one. If you see one in there, you're good to go. So, stop the hate, stop the bashing. Get your facts straight. Everybody, get your facts straight. I'm seeing the jets stopped up. That's why I'm seeing the cams bad. And the people They said they got cams bad. Then did you? And if they can't verify that the old jets were clogged up, they didn't check. I have to tell you, didn't check them. Check them. You could probably do a simple thing like I did on my other video. When you take this off, say you're replacing your cam, shoot oil down there. If nothing's squirting out of there, well, unscrew it. You probably got stuff junk, trash, debris, trashed up into that little jet right there. It's got a little bitty pinhole. I mean, you talking about a small pinhole. There it is. See that little bitty pinhole? I mean, it's tiny. I can yank off a hair and probably stop it up. But as long as it's good and filtered out really good, you're probably good. You're probably all right. So, stop whining, start riding. Anyway, and, just ignore the hate talk. It's out there. It'll always be out there. So there it is, KTM. This is the 890. This is 2023. That's some bike I got as 2023. Now, focus, dude, focus. Anyway, when I go to, soon I'll do that. I'll have my tank off, and then I'll check my valves, and I'll even crank it over and watch the oil squirting up through there. And if they all look good, if I need any adjustments on the valve adjustments, then, I'll follow up on that too. And just make sure that's in there. Believe me, it'll take a lot more to stop this filter up than those. That's just trouble right there. You'll be in trouble there if you stop those up. There you have it on the KTM 790, 890 camshaft dilemmas, and what we do to resolve the problem and get to the bottom of it, and have fun and get out there and ride.